Hello, welcome to yet another video of Acharya Nidana Academy. In this particular video, we are going to discuss the Kapha Dosha Prakopa Karana, or otherwise the etiological factors which are responsible for the abnormal increase or vitiation of Kapha Dosha or bioenergy. So, before going into this particular topic, so this is what actually we are going to say, that is about the color, that is soothing color. So that means what the water is usually we are having the, whenever if you look into the source of water, large source of water, that will be having the blue color. So that is why any kind of the soothing effect, so that is affecting the increase of kapha dosha in the body as such. So when you think about why we need to know about these particular kapha dosha prakopaka karana, or why we need to know about these different types of the nidana, so that is we need to know about first and foremost thing, that is to know the exact pathology occurring in the body. We can able to very well able to identify that. For example, if a person is consuming more amount of these sweet substances, for example, the lassi, or otherwise the laddu, which are specifically prepared by the sugar, or the jaggery, or otherwise the ghee, etc., they are actually responsible for the increase of the kapha dosha in the body. Whenever if we look into that, as the lassi, etc., that is going to get enter into the oral cavity, from there it will be entering into the alimentary canal. Hence, the kapha dosha vitiation initially we are going to observe in the alimentary canal. So, in the same way, whenever if you look into the some other aspects, such as the in the swimming, if the person is going to the swimming, the person will be having the what is the entry of this particular water either in the nose or mouth. Hence, there may be a possibility of a increase of kapha dosha that can happen in the uh, respiratory passages. Similarly, the consumption of chicken or fish, they are considered to be responsible for the kapha dosha vitiation in the alimentary canal initially. So that is as per the Ayurveda, the chicken, they are coming under the, what do you say, that the domestic animals, and fish are coming under the aquatic animals. If the person is consuming the meat of these either domestic animals or the aquatic animals, there may be a possibility of increase of kapha dosha in the body. Hence, to know the exact pathology that is occurring in the body, we need to know about the exact cause as such. So when you think about it, three factors that is coming under the exact pathology are the happening inside the body as far as Nidana are concerned. One, that is the number of pathogens. Two, that is the source of entry of the pathogen. Three, that is the virulence of the pathogen. When you think about the source of entry, as we have discussed already, depending upon the nature of the entry of the pathogen, source of the pathogen, the initial manifestation are going to observe nearer to that particular cause. Similarly, the number of pathogens, when the number of pathogens are more, naturally that will be having the impact of clinical manifestation or the rapidity in the progress of the pathogenesis, that will be rapid in case of the number of the pathogens are becoming more. When there are less number of pathogens are entering into the body, naturally the pathogenesis or the events of pathogenesis, that will be slower. Similarly, the third point, that is virulence of the pathogen. So that means if the number of pathogens are less, but if the virulence of the pathogen is comparatively stronger, then that person may have severe manifestation of disease. So if the number of pathogens are more, And if the virulence of the pathogen may be less, then the person may have mild manifestation of disease. So like this, the exact pathology, when you consider 3 points, they are coming under that. One, that is the source of the entry of the pathogen. Second, that is the number of pathogens are going to get enter into the body, if they are more or less. Third one, that is the virulence of the pathogen. The virulence is mild or severe, that may determine the pathogenesis or the progress of pathogenesis in the body as such. To predict the prognosis of the disease process. In the sense, what do you mean by prognosis? In the sense what? So that means we can able to say exact events after how many days the person may be having this the clinical manifestations, whether after 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. That can be very well we can able to predict if you know about the exact source of pathogen as such. For example, if the person is having the entry of the pathogen through the oral cavity, the immediately you are going to get the manifestations in the alimentary canal itself. But the clinical manifestation that may be a little bit delayed when you consider the skin or the intracellular compartment as such. So, likewise, the the pathogens, if they are entering into the intravascular compartment and interstitial compartment and intracellular compartment, so that will be actually determining the prognosis of the disease as such. Suppose if the person is having the pathogens of the Kapha dosha only in the alimentary canal, we may have the milder manifestation of disease. If the person is having the pathogens in the alimentary canal as well as intravascular compartment, the severity may be a little bit severe when compared to the alimentary canal. If the pathogens are being present in the alimentary canal, intravascular compartment and interstitial compartment, then the person may have a little bit more severe form of the disease. If the pathogens are being present in the alimentary canal, intravascular compartment, interstitial compartment, and intracellular compartment, then the person may have very severe form of disease. In the first instance, where the pathogens are present only in the alimentary canal, the prognosis may be comparatively good. When you consider the pathogens are present in the all four compartments, then the prognosis of the disease may be comparatively poor. So that is about the second point. To plan the line of treatment. So ideally the line of treatment is to make the bioenergy or the dosha or abnormally vitiated dosha from the either from the intra cellular compartment or from the interstitial compartment or from the intravascular compartment. You have to bring it into the alimentary canal. From there, you are going to eliminate it via the nearest route. In case of the kapha dominant disorders, the Vamana is preferred or emesis therapy is being preferred to predict the the progress of the treatment. What do you mean progress of the treatment as? That means the percentage of improvement. If you are giving the any kind of the treatment, doesn't mean that all of a sudden the person may have 100% improvement. In the first few days, for example, first 1 week or so, he may show 10 or 15% of improvement. In the second week or so, the person may show 30 to 50% of improvement. And in the third week or so, the person may show 70 to 80% of improvement. So that will be depending upon the pathogens, that is the number of pathogens that are going to get eliminated from the body. So this will be deciding the progress of the treatment as such. As far as the Bhakya Hetu for Kapha Dosha are concerned, so all the Nidanas are being mentioned in the Kapha Dosha Nidana aspect in Madhukosha, they are categorized under Bhakya Hetu. They can be otherwise, they can be considered as Viprakrishta Hetu, or they can be otherwise termed as Vibichari Hetu or Pradhanika Hetu. They can otherwise be termed as Asatmendhyartha Sanyoga, Pradnyaparatha, and Parinama also. They can otherwise be termed as Dosha Hetu, Vyadhi Hetu, and Upaya Hetu. They can also be termed as Vitpadaka Hetu and Vyanjaka Hetu. But Sannikrishta Hetu is Kapha Dosha. Right? So this is about the, as well as you can even say the Sannikrishta Hetu are even the Dhatu and Mala, which are favoring the, what do you say, that the Kapha Dosha also. For example, the Rasa, Mamsa, Meda, Majja, Shukra, Purisha, as well as Mutra. They are having the relation with the Kapha Dosha. Hence, whatever may be the situation which are increasing the or which are doing the abnormalcy in these dhatu or mala, there may be a possibility of increase of kapha dosha in the body. Now we are going to discuss about the dissect these kapha dosha prakopa kakara. The Madhukosha commentary, Madhava Nidana, first chapter, 5th shloka says, Guru Madhura Rasati Snigdha Dukthekshu Bhaksha Dravadati Dinanidra Apupasarpishprapuraihi Tuhina Patana Kale Shleshmanaha Samprakopaha Prabhavati Devasado Uttamatre Vasante. If you split this, Guru Madhura Rasa Atisnigdha Duktha Ikshu Bhaksha Drava Dadhi Dinanidra Apupa Sarpihi Prapuraihi Tuhina patana kale श्लेष्मणः संप्रकोपः प्रभवति दिवस आदौ bhuktamatre vasante. If you add the meaning, heavy to digest, Guru, Madhurarasa, sweet taste substances, Adesnik, the excessively unctuous substances, Ikshubhaksha, sugarcane and sugarcane products, sugar, jaggery, etc. Drava, liquid substances. Dadhi, curds, which are specifically freshly prepared curds. And Dinanidra, having a nap during daytime. Apupa, a cake which is made out of rice or barley, specifically mixed with ghee, and which is a special preparation in Kashmir. Sarpihi, preparations made out of ghee. Prapurai, kind of the dish prepared out of wheat, and which is what do you say, that boiled in oil, oily substance as such, baked in oil. Tuhina patana kale, that means the season of snowfall. Shleshmana, that is refers to off kapha dosha or shleshma or the kapha bioenergy. Some prakopaha, abnormal vitiation, an abnormal increase in the body. Divasa adau, in the early morning time. Bhukta matre, soon after the consumption of food. Vasante, spring season, which is otherwise the end of the cold season. They are considered to be the splitting of the shloka as well as the meaning as such. When you dissect these different aspects, when you think about the rasa, specifically the text says, as per the Madhukosha commentary, Madhura rasa substances. They are considered to be having the Prithvi and Up Mahabhuta. They are going to be responsible for the abnormal increase of kapha dosha in the body. Whereas Amla rasa substances as such, they are going to have Prithvi Mahabhuta, which are considered to be responsible for the increase of kapha dosha there. Lavana or salty substances, they are having the Jala Mahabhuta, which may be responsible for the increase of kapha dosha in the body. As far as ahara is concerned, the guru substances which are heavy to digest, for example, the substances which are prepared out of masha. Masha means the black gram items, dosa, idli, etc. Or otherwise the substances which are prepared out of the fish, etc. They are usually heavy to digest, or the chicken, etc. They are going to be responsible for the crude or heavy to digest. Adesnigdha, excessively unctuous substances. That means where the more and more oil is being added to give the taste to the food, to give the taste to the food. Dugdha, or milk products, milk, curds, ghee, etc. They are considered to be milk and milk products. They are considered to be responsible for the increase of kapha dosha. That ikshubhaksha. So that means sugarcane products, sugar, candy, jaggery, etc. Liquid substances, the curds, fresh curds, which is not having sour taste. Apupa, a kind of the cake made out of rice or barley. Sarpihi, preparations of ghee, that is the prapuraihi, a dish prepared out of wheat, such as puri, etc. The effect of vihara, specifically, the text, the Madhukosha commentary says, Dina Nidra, that means sleeping in daytime. That means any activity which is going to increase either Prithvi or Apmahabhuta in the body, such as sitting for a long time or physical inactivity, they are considered to be responsible for the increase of Kapha dosha in the body. Influence of time. So that means these are the either seasonal influences or diurnal influences. Seasonal influences in the sense season of snowfall, specifically during the snow or the mist or wind. So if the fall of those particular factors and divasadav, so that means during the early morning time. That means soon after the the sunrise, there may be possibility of the kapha dosha there. Bhukta matre, soon after the consumption of food. If the person is taking the food at around 2 p.m. or so, by 2:30 or 3 or 3:30, there may be 1 to 1.5 hours. There may be a possibility of increase of kapha dosha in the body there. Vasante, during the spring season. So the take-home messages from today's discussion are: Bahya hetus are those which are present outside the human body, whereas Abhyantara hetu are those which are present inside the human body. So that means whatever the descriptions that are told in the Kapha Dosha Prakopa Karana, they are considered to be the Bahya hetu. Whereas the Abhyantara hetu are those which are present inside the human body, that is Dosha, Dhatu and Mala. In this particular instance, Kapha, Rasa, Mamsa, Meda, Majja, Shukra, Mutra, and Purisha. They are categorized under Abhyantara Hetu, specifically in relation to Kapha Dosha. Kapha Dosha is having Snigdha Guna, that is unctuousness, Shita Guna, cold in potency, Guru Guna, heavy to digest, Manda, slow in action or movement, Mritsnaha, having the muddy consistency, Stiraha, stable. When causes which are increasing kapha dosha in the body, that may lead to the increase of either one or more qualities of kapha dosha, there may be a possibility of the clinical manifestations which are considered to be happening because of abnormal kapha dosha increase in the body. If you are going to take the measures which may reduce these qualities, then we are going to expect the decrease in the kapha dosha in the human body. So that's all for today. Dear ANA members, if you are getting some kind of the major key takeaways, then mention in the comment box what are those major key takeaways in the comment box. If you would like to hear something new, what would be that one particular topic that would like to hear in this particular channel, mention in the comment box. If you are liking this particular video, then put a thumbs up and spread this particular video to the maximum number of true Ayurveda learners so that we can make a huge movement out of this particular small message. That's all for today. Thank you.